Things are not looking good for another Microsoft-owned video game developer. Ninja Theory's recent release of Senua Saga Hellblade II is performing worse than the original. Before we get to this, I'd like to ask you, please hit that subscribe button, hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss any of our future videos here at the Trent Report. We also have memberships live now as well. So if you want to hit that join button, check out our membership options and become a member to support the channel and our war against this evil culture that has taken over almost everything here in the West. So let's get into this here. Wrote this up over at thatparkplace.com last night, and the numbers are not looking good. First, let's look at how the original did. Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice had peak concurrent players of 5,654 back in August 2017 when the game released. Sales estimations for the game run anywhere between 1.5 million from VG Insights to 5.08 million by PlayTracker. In October 2017, Chief Creative Director at Ninja Theory, Tamim Antoniadis, told VentureBeat, "It sold better than our expectations. We're doing one more dev diary where we'll give out numbers and detail how it's done. We want the data out there so other developers, if they want to do something similar, they have a data point, hopefully to help encourage them to do more games like this. I think it's almost broken even. It's about to break even in the next couple of weeks. I'd have to check. We weren't expecting to break even for 6, 8, 9 months on this game. Obviously, this was in October, released in August. That's 2 months after the game released." He went on to say, "It looks like within 3 months, it will have broken even and then some. Of course, because we self-published it, it's the first time we're getting the bulk of the money back, which is amazing. We own the IP this time. It's opened up a bunch of doors and possibilities that we just didn't have until this point. In terms of a model, I'd say it's a success." By June 2018, Ninja Theory reported that the game had sold over 1 million copies. Of note, that was the month that Ninja Theory announced it was being acquired by Microsoft. So it had 1 million units sold here across Xbox, PlayStation 4, and PC. So that is how the first game did. Seems like it was a success. The second one, Senua's Saga Hellblade II, which just came out earlier this week, is not performing as well as the first game. The game peaked at 3,982 concurrent players. That did not even reach 4,000. Remember, the first game here did 5,653. So we're looking at almost a 2,000 person dip here in peak concurrent players, and it has quickly fallen off over the course of the week here. On May 22nd, it was already down to 2,682, and then on the 23rd, just yesterday, it was below 2,000 at 1,920. Given the game has released recently, there are not solid estimates on sales numbers, but VG Insights predicts the game has sold 20,700 copies, while PlayTracker estimates it's only sold 25,000. So obviously, we're still early days, but it is not looking good. Usually, the day of release is your peak concurrent day, and it goes down from there. So it does not look like this game will have sold as well as the first game, especially here on PC on Steam. So we also have some other points of comparison here. If we look at Redfall, it is doing worse than Redfall. Redfall did 6,124 peak concurrent players when it released before quickly falling off a cliff. You can see just how sharply it declined. It was like February there, I think, 2023. Huge decline. And then it also is performing worse than Hi-Fi Rush. Hi-Fi Rush had a peak concurrent player base of 6,132 when it released back in January 2023. Obviously performing better than Redfall, keeping up 341 players. I think I took this about a month ago, that screenshot there. So it's performing worse than those two. And the reason why I compared it to those two is because those two studios were recently shut down by Microsoft. We have this here from Arcane Studios on just May 7th, just earlier this month. It says, today it was announced that Arcane Austin will close and development will not continue on Redfall. We also have this from Tango Gameworks. They are the developer behind Hi-Fi Rush. Obviously, Arcane Austin behind Redfall. But Tango Gameworks said this. Today it was announced that Tango Gameworks will close. Thank you to everyone that explored the worlds we created. Hi-Fi Rush, along with Tango's previous titles, will remain available and playable anywhere they are today. So, and then we had Xbox Game Studios Matt Booty explaining the closures in an email obtained by IGN's Wesley Yin Poole. This is what he said. These changes are grounded in prioritizing high-impact titles and further investing in Bethesda's portfolio of blockbuster games and beloved worlds, which you have nurtured over many decades. To double down on these franchises and invest to build new ones requires us to look across the business to identify the opportunities that are best positioned for success. This reprioritization of titles and resources means a few teams will be realigned to others, and that some of our colleagues will be leaving us. So this to me makes it like, well, is Ninja Theory next on the block to be shut down by Microsoft? The game clearly is not performing as well as the first game. We know, according to Booty here, the priority for Microsoft is focusing on blockbuster games and beloved worlds. That seems to be a trend over all kinds of media, whether that's video games or movies or television. There's a focus on big IPs. We've seen that from David Zaslav. We've seen that from Bob Iger when they're talking about their movie and television production, whether that's Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, DC, or Marvel, Star Wars, etc. Kind of a focus on that. Pixar turning out sequels and other stories within those franchises rather than maybe building something new. And obviously Hellblade is a sequel here, but it's not looking like it is doing well. And I wouldn't call it a blockbuster franchise, even with the first one only selling 1 million units as of June 2018. Probably didn't go more than that. But I think that given these numbers we're looking at right now, it does not look good for Ninja Theory, and they might be next on the Microsoft chopping block. But let me know what you guys make of this. Let me know in the comments below. Remember to always be, do you think that Ninja Theory will be on the chopping block? What do you make of these numbers? Tell me in the comments below. Remember to always be charitable to each other, especially to each other, but to always speak the truth.